familia, bienvenidos. Welcome back to another Tarot Tuesday. And, you know, we're just gonna get into it. I'm Papi Yugi. Thank you for tuning into my channel again. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate if you subscribe. I appreciate if you like or comment. I appreciate just anything that you do to exchange this energy with me, because you're beautiful and I see you smiling. And if no one's told you today I love you and I'm proud of you and you're doing amazing. So let's just get into this reading. Let's see what this week, this month, let's just see what Spirit has to say, honestly, because I just like to go with the flow. I feel like having too much, it's nice to have structure, but I feel like having too much structure is just, I don't know. It's like life shouldn't be full of rules, you know? Like it shouldn't be full of rules. And today we're using the Egyptian Tarot deck. So this is a great deck. And like, we already got something coming out. We got two cards coming out. So I'm already hearing about your past. So your past has definitely been, we got the 8 of Swords. Let's see if that will focus. And then we got the Tower. But your past has definitely been, it's been a whirlwind for sure. It's been very chaotic. Your past has been very chaotic the past 2 months. The past 2 months, slightly 3 months, like cusp, like 2.5 months, 3 months, has been pretty chaotic for you. It's been very stealthy from what I feel. Like there's just been a lot of movement, a lot of stealth, either from you or from other people in your life. And it's just been kind of booming. It's just been chaotic. I'm feeling like it's not a horrible chaos. Like this chaos has been happening, but these past 2.5, 3 months, you've been like really transmuting and alchemizing this chaos. You haven't really been letting it get to the best of you, just have reign over you, have power over you. And you know, it's really powerful. That's where I'm feeling the stealth mode come in. It's like you've been very stealthy with just the way you've been maneuvering and receiving this energy, but also just like transmuting it and integrating it and turning it into something beautiful. And I'm proud of you, because it's not easy, but once you get into that space, it is easy because it's beautiful, and you should be proud of yourself. And what you're doing right now actually is really, you're building a better structure. You're building a new structure, and the structures of the mind, you're building a new mindset and perspective of how to just go about situations, places, people, things. And when it comes to these tower moments, it's not letting these tower moments affect you energetically, but recognizing the tower moment for what it is, receiving that energy, and then not holding on to that energy and not letting that energy influence you, but seeing it more as like, hey, I have like all this kind of free energy now. What can I turn this into? What can I create out of this? You're really shifting your perspective right now, and it's beautiful. That's wonderful. That's glorious, because it's free energy. Like, y'all, that's free energy. You're getting this tower moments, and you're just like twiddly-diddling, tinkering, and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna make something new out of this tower moment, because that's what it should be. That's how it should go. This is what alchemy is. It's taking what you have and turning it into something new, something better, something not even thought of, created, or anything before. And again, in the concept of space-time, universe, spirit, astral realms, the laws of this physical, laws of physics, universe, like this plane don't exist. You literally could turn not even just coal into gold, but you could turn it into like a golden seahorse if you want, or a golden apple, or just let your mind and your imagination run free. And that's what you're learning with these tower moments, or these past 2.5, 3 months. That's what you've been learning, is how to really let your imagination alchemize these tower moments that you've been experiencing and having. And now you're just in a new concept where you're really building up the strength of your mind and the structure of your mind to know how to maneuver any and every situation that comes your way. You got this. That's beautiful. Let's get a little bit more clarification on this though. And we're gonna use a Sigmund Freud oracle for some clarification on this, because yeah, let's just have a little bit more clarity on just how to better structure the mind, how to keep, so that way the mind's always fortified, the mind's always just in a stronger state, so you don't slip back into those habits of just prior to this experience, prior to this understanding. Ooh. Protection, y'all. Protection. I cannot think of any need in childhood as strong as the need for a father's protection. Stay in your masculine energy. Not stay in your masculine energy, but allow your masculine energy to definitely be present and to be vigorous. And what I'm feeling from this, and allow your masculine energy to be expressive as well. Because again, the masculine energy is all about structure, logic, intellect, while the feminine is about intuition, emotion, depth, understanding. So really allow the logic and the intellect. Allow your intellectual mind to be more of the forefront when these situations arise, so you could have a clearer perspective and understanding of, okay, what is really happening, what is really presented in front of me. Let me actually take in all this information first. All right, now let's be creative and fun and feel the emotion, and let's be intuitive, and let's like transmute, because the feminine energy is what transmutes. The feminine energy is what's transmuting. The masculine energy is what's really kind of receiving, which typically the masculine energy is more of like the giver, but it's like when we're talking about alchemy, it's like the masculine energy is taking in the information and is basically taking account of the resources and the tools that are present in front of him. Or yeah, I'm gonna say him. And the feminine is what's like, okay, so what are we doing with this? What are we making? What are we baking? What are we cooking? What are we creating? This is how it should go. So take account of all your resources first, and also just maintain your protection too. Just because, again, you definitely get into a state where the only protection you ever need is love, but it doesn't hurt to just have some extra safeguards, because why not? This world's crazy. There's people who are crazy. There's, but when you vibrate and operate at a different level and frequency, you actually start to see that, no, like, you create your own reality. So if you believe in reality that that this world is full of love and exists only in love, you're really only gonna attract and be around people, places, things that are genuine love and unconditional love. Amidst there's chaos all around, but it's all in the mindset. If you live in a fear mindset, all you're gonna attract is fear. So the only people, places, situations you're gonna be around are fearful people, places, situations. All you think is love, cool, I'm gonna be in places, people, and situations where it's just love. But also just maintain your protection if you just feel. Again, just say your prayer of protection, say your guard of protection, your firewall, your light, your divineness. You're good. You got this. I believe in you. I love you. Ooh. How we feeling? How we feeling? It's Tarot Tuesday. We love Tarot Tuesdays. Ooh. How the past has affected your present, honestly. And this is separate from the Tower. So this pulls for a whole just different group of people and who it resonates with. But we got the Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, make sure that focuses. Nine of Pentacles. And we got the Sun. Y'all, this is really beautiful, actually, because this is the past 4 months. So whoever this resonates for, this past 4 months, there's definitely been a big shift and rebirth in just your material abundance, but not even just your material abundance. I'm hearing your work, just the way you view work, the way you go about work, and what you really manifested, you shed a lot of kind of the BS that doesn't need to be in just your overall sphere of knowledge, and it's really giving you a clear mind to really manifest and conjure and create. Ooh, I don't know why this won't focus. Just a new life overall. And this is within your work, and this could be like your work, this could be your business, it could just be like your day-to-day like ritual work, daily practices work. But you definitely have just shed a lot of the BS that does not need to that's just been hindering you, honestly. And again, this is the past 4 months. These past 4 months, you've really just been shedding, and you gain this new perspective, you gain this new insight, and now you're just manifesting and conjuring, and you're doing work that feels more profound to you. You're doing work that feels more meaningful to you, and that's where the Sun comes in. And even though the Sun's reversed in this reading, it's because there's this perspective that you're in now, the way you're shifting into it now, the way you're really embodying it now in this present moment. It's not fully integrated yet, but you're getting there. The sun's here to tell you, like, you're stepping into it. There's just a slight, I don't even want to say a delay. What it is that you just gotta stay on it. This is what the Sun is saying, like, stay dedicated to it. So whatever work you've been doing it, again, whether it's like your actual work, your business, your day-to-day ritual work, whatever work you've been doing, putting in, and just stick to it, because it's working. And before you know it, the sun's gonna be upright, and you're actually gonna be shining bright. You're gonna be shining so bright. But Everything you're doing right now has definitely been in alignment with your true essence and your true power. And you just may not be there fully yet. And again, you're starting to see these manifestations come in. It might be slowly, it might come in all at once, but everything you've been doing, all the manifestation work, all the actual physical work, there's been a good balance between doing the meditation and the mind work and the consciousness work and the spiritual work. And there's been a good balance with like, okay, I planted the seed, I set the intention, I put it out there, I spoke it out, and then you also went and actually did the physical work and did the actions that aligned with your thoughts of manifestation. And now you're starting to see it. Stay dedicated to that, stay committed to that, because it's coming in right now, and you're really starting to see that you're not even stepping in, you're in your full power right now. You're not just at like that peak yet. Like there's just like you're in your power, but it's like you are in your full power, but you're just like there's more. Like there's more power you could achieve, there's more power you could accomplish. That's where the Sun card is coming in. The Sun card is saying like, hey, keep doing what you're doing, keep working towards what you're doing, keep creating. I'm not gonna say work, we're gonna say create. Keep creating what you're creating, because what you're creating is creating something beautiful. And you're stepping even more into power. You're not even stepping into it. It's more like you're rising to it. You're rising more into your power. And it's beautiful. Rising more. Because you're in your power right now. The Sun's telling you, like, you're in your power. But since it's reversed, there's more power to achieve. Y'all, like, this is just giving divine. Nice. And I love that the Sun card has the, I don't know if that's Ma'at or Isis. I want to say it's Ma'at because like, she got the feathers, but she got 2 feathers. Either way, this is giving just goddess, Cleopatra, like divine enchantress, like that feminine. The feminine is rising. That's what I'm saying is like the more you're creating, the more you're rising the feminine energy within you. The divine feminine is rising collectively. And as I've been saying, rise the divine feminine within each individual. Collectively, the earth energy of the divine feminine is going to rise. And we're going to see just the like dismantle of the patriarchy. And there's like, and either the matriarchy is gonna rise, or we're just gonna live in union where there is no patriarchy or matriarchy. It's just we all coexistence, y'all. Why is that so difficult to achieve? I don't get it. Like, why does we're gonna stop right there before I get into it. But you know, let's get some clarity, and we're gonna actually use the shamanic oracle for clarity on this one. But Spirit, can we just have some clarity on how to continue creating, or what we should be creating, or what could be done to better focus and create this better rise? It's balancing your sexual energy, y'all. And we're talking about creativity, creation, balancing that sexual energy, balancing it so much and allowing it. I'm hearing Kundalini. Like, y'all should really start taking Kundalini yoga. Y'all should really start learning of activating your chakras. Really, this is what it's feeling like. Stay in alignment. Stay in alignment and balance with, because again, this is saying sexual energy, but what I'm getting more from this is the creative aspect and the creative energy. I actually saw a YouTube video from, what's his name? It's that guru. It's like, if you probably know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name at the moment. I think it's Guru Samad. If I might be butchering that. Don't quote me on that. But he was talking about how there is no such thing as sexual energy. It's just energy. And however that energy shows up is the way it shows up. So it could be sexual, it could be beautiful, it could be creative, it could be violent, it's just all energy, you know? Like energy doesn't need to be broken down into categories. And I was like, I like that. That makes sense. And that's what I'm saying with this. It's funny that I feel like this, because I literally just saw that video this morning. The sexual energy, but what I'm feeling is the creative energy, the rise of the creative energy, the staying in alignment with your own personal energy. This doesn't have to be sexual, creative, you know, masculine, feminine. It's just staying in alignment with your own energy, your own personal energy, your home energy. And that's what's going to bring about more of this creative energy, and staying and understanding that and knowing that how that's going to continue to help you create with the Nine of Pentacles, so you could flip that sun and fully rise to this power. That there's still more. Like, you're feeling good, doing good, you're seeing it, it's manifesting, it's evolving, but there's still more. Don't settle. This is what I'm feeling. Don't settle. There's still more to rise to. There's still more to come to. There's still more to create. And just y'all should not be settling. Don't ever be settling. Know your worth, know your value, know your place, and take it to the next level. because you deserve it and you're beautiful and I'm proud of you. I really am. I'm feeling one more pool, so we're gonna switch topics. But what made you guys smile today? Drop it in the comment. I'd love to hear what made you smile today, because we gotta make sure we're smiling. And I see you smiling. You got a beautiful smile. More people should really see your smile, so you should go about the day smiling. All right. All right, I'm feeling past, present, future now, because we were talking about past, and you know, just no. Okay, we're good. We're gonna start with the future. Like, that's what wanted to come out. So we're gonna start with the future. Future got the Knave of Swords. So these next 6 months, y'all, these next 6 months are going to be diligent. Diligent with learning, diligent with studying, diligent with just information. And this is the Knave of Swords, so this is all about the student-teacher complex. What these next 6 months are is you're gonna be in that complete balance of, I'm learning new things, but I'm teaching others the things that I already know. This is what I'm feeling. These next 6 months are gonna be a great balance of, okay, as I'm learning and taking in new information and, you know, integrating this new knowledge and information from various sources, whatever it is, you're also in a position where you're teaching others stuff that you already know, stuff that you're already confident in, stuff that you're already an expert in. And there's gonna be a good balance. Don't get caught up in thinking that you know everything. That's what I'm feeling from this. Like, don't act like you know everything, because it's a learning process, you know? People's brains work differently. People learn differently. People understand differently. Everyone's on their own journey. Just because that person knows like 8 languages and, you know, all types of like techniques and things like that, okay, cool. That doesn't mean they know everything. There's something for them to still learn that could be completely just different from what they're already learning. It's learning the things that interest you. That's what I'm feeling from this. Learning the things that interest you and that really speak to you. And be confident in the stuff that you already know, that you could really share that and give that and provide that for people who don't know it. Because again, everyone's at their own journey. Think about where you're at right now. Think about the stuff you know. There's someone who you could be talking to and just, you know, you'll share some information about something you really know a lot about, and they're like, oh, I don't know that. That's cool. You literally learn something new every day, y'all. Like that, like that's a true quote. Like, you literally learn something new every single day. So these next 6 months are gonna be really diligent with just the exchange of information and knowledge and learning, and in both ways, you learning and you also helping others learn. And so just really embody that and really embrace that. And what's important right here, I'm feeling, is just step out of the ego and step out of that mindset of, okay, I know everything, or that you have to know everything. It takes time. Take your time with it to really integrate it, to really embody it. They say when you really do know something and master something, you're able to teach others it. And that's true. That's so true. And you know, from what I see from like people who really are like teachers or just like leaders and guides and stuff, like they always say like, I don't teach anything that I don't know. And that's true. Like, don't be teaching anything if you aren't 100% confident and sure that you know it. You gotta know it. You gotta understand it. You gotta live it. You gotta breathe it. It gotta be so fluid with you, like as easy as just breathing. It really do. So where we're at right now, and we got the 8 of Wands. Again, I love it. Come on. Why? Don't focus on the TV. I don't know why they turned the TV on. Okay, cool. But the 8 of Wands, y'all, in the reverse. This is definitely going to being patient. Being patient. Right now, what you're learning is patience. You're learning to be patient and really appreciate the journey that you're on. Because again, these next 6 months are, I feel like, I'm hearing they're gonna fly by, but again, this is all just like, how do you, because sometimes we don't, like, before we know it, 6 months do go by like that. Before we know it, 6 years go by like that, you know? But time is also just, what is time? However, with this right now, presently, what it is patient, being patient, and putting use to this wand energy, this fire energy that's coming about, and putting that into use and understanding like, okay, I have this motivation and drive to get to learn things, but also not being so quick. Not being so quick. It's like, okay, I'm learning, like, you know, let's say you're signing up for a new course, a new class, or you're taking, you know, it's a new semester of school, something like that. Taking your time with it and learning it at your own pace, in your own way, to really integrate the knowledge of it. And that's why I love how like today's society too, we're so blessed because we actually have the capability where it's like a lot of people have self-paced courses online where you don't have to be showing up to a class daily or weekly or having homework or exams. It's like, no, it's like, okay, here's all this information. You know, the time frame for this is, you know, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year. And, you know, there'll be some live courses and classes. Like, it's beautiful. Like, there's so much beautiful, like, information out there and courses that are available, you know, at a range of different prices. And a lot of them are self-paced too. So right now what you're learning is how to be patient with the energy that you have. And I feel it, you know, the moon's in Aries today, and I was noticing it where I was just like, why is everyone kind of just like a bit like aggressive and chaotic right now? And I checked, I was like, oh yeah, the moon's in Aries. Y'all, I swear, I've been noticing stuff like that. But it's learning to really slow down in those moments and understand. And it's not dimming your fire, it's just understanding that you gotta keep stoking the fire in order to keep the fire going, you know? And that takes time, that takes patience. You gotta keep building the fire. So it's not allowing the fire to completely fall out, but just understand like, hey, I'm good. I don't need to be rushing right now, because you're gonna reach that destination one way or another. You just gotta appreciate the journey right now and be patient. And in the past 4 months, the past 4 months have definitely been awakening. They've been very awakening, and it's like stuff has really been coming to you. Sorry, this is the Wheel of Fortune, and it's definitely been awakening for you. These past 4 months. Did I say 4 months? Yeah, I think it was 4 months. These past 4 months have been a complete cycle. A complete cycle. And again, we're talking about the Wheel of Fortune, so it's like, it's been a roller coaster these past 4 months of just, I don't want to say good or bad, but just these ups and downs, you know? These past 4 months have been so awakening to just the spectrum of life. I'm gonna say that. To the spectrum of life. How good, you know, how beautiful and divine and magical it is on this side of the spectrum, and how just chaotic and dangerous and just everything on this side of the spectrum. And that's just how it is, you know? So these past 4 months have been just, again, it's the wheel. The wheel's just been spinning. And what that's taught you really is perspective. Perspective is like, okay, this is happening in my life right now. Is this, again, I don't want to say good or bad, but it's just like, that's why it's like, it's your perspective to take it in. Is this a good experience? Is this a bad experience? Or is this just an experience? And that's what you've learned these past 4 months is like, okay, these are just experiences. And now that you have that better perception and you understand that whatever happens in life happens and you just really have no influence over that, you're in a lot more clear space, you're in a lot more clear-headedness, and you have a lot more better sense of direction of how to move forward and how to go and how to just, you know? And so this is where we're bringing in this patience of the 8 of Wands, and this is where these next 6 months are really going to lead us into this better balance of just being a student and being a teacher. And you know, if you're on this spiritual journey, there's always gonna be something to learn. There's always gonna be, you know, some new master, some new guru, some new technique, some new something. There's always gonna be something to learn. It's a never-ending journey, and that's where the humility comes in. You have to have that humility and that humbleness. Like, I don't know everything. I probably will not know everything in this lifetime, but I'm going to do my diligence and best to try and learn as much as possible in the ways that I can. So, do that. Like, I'm loving this. This is good. This is beautiful. And just know that this is feeling like a ride. You've risen these past 4 months, and where you're at right now is just really allowing you to bloom. This patience is allowing you that time, like that nurturing to bloom. Woo! God damn. Ooh. Sorry. I just wanted to complain now. But we're gonna have some clarity on this. So within those 4 months, the kind of precipice of what led to that whole just roller coaster, understanding the sides of the spectrum, we got the discernment card in the reverse. Oh my my gosh. I don't know why. Focus on this. Don't stop focusing on other things. Cameras be cameraing. But we got the Six of Discernment in reverse. And with this, ooh, there was a lot of emotion, a lot of just frustration, a lot of ego, a lot of shadow, a lot of it was really buried emotion. And that's what kind of led into this whole precipice of shifting perspective, because you were just tired. You were tired of this emotion. You were tired of not knowing if it was your ego or your intuition or God or spirits or angels. You really took that time to be, I can't discern what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, what I'm knowing, what I'm hearing. I need to do better. And then that's where this Wheel of Fortune was like, Spirit started putting all these tasks, challenges, trials, tests in your way, in your path, or just along your journey to show you like, hey, who are you going to trust? What are you going to trust? Are you going to trust yourself? Are you going to trust the signs? We're giving you opportunities to learn how to trust in what is being shown to you. And that's where that Wheel of Fortune energy came in. And then what really brought you from that Wheel of Fortune energy into this Eight of Wands energy is the feminine energy. That feminine energy of transmutation, that feminine energy of birth, rebirth, and flow. You learned how to flow with just the concept of life. And again, we're talking about that spectrum. So it's like you didn't see things as just black or white, good or bad, yin and yang, light and dark. You started seeing things as like, okay, these are experiences that are happening to me for a reason. And again, whether it's good, whether it's bad, and I don't feel called to say good or bad, but I'm just saying that because I feel like that's the best way to explain it. It's just the experience you needed. And again, whether you saw it as good or bad, that's really up to you, and that's your perception. It's like, okay, this is happening to me right now. Most people be like, oh, that's a bad experience. Okay, but the philosopher, the stoic, the intelligence, the wise, the wisdom keeper, they see it as, okay, God's showing me something right now. God's trying to test me with something right now. God is having this happen to me right now because I need to experience this for my ascension, for my growth. And then this feminine energy came in and was like, okay, well, we're going to alchemize it. We're going to transmute it, and we're just going to flow with it. And that's what you learned how to do, is you learned how to flow with it. You learned how to just flow with the energy, flow with the experience, and just say, all right, whether it's good or bad, I'm going to just flow. Why? You're still alive. You're still healthy. You're still breathing. You're still here. You're still cute. You're still pretty. Like, I love you. And that's what you learn. And this is where now it's like, okay, now you're learning how to flow with it. Now you're learning how to be patient with this flow, because now that you're in this more understanding power and this cosmic power, you're kind of like, I want things to matriculate a bit faster, which they can, but it's also understanding patient, and then being patient with this energy that you have right now and putting that energy into just proactive use, Don't be so quick to go. What you're really doing is shifting out of that patriarchal mindset of work, 9 to 5, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, work, overtime, make that money. That's what we shifted out of. That is what we shifted out of. And we shifted into the feminine energy of creating with intention, of creating just to create. Which doesn't, because when you're in creative time, y'all, the actual time, that don't exist. It could be 1 a.m. You have that inspiration to create. It could be 1 p.m. You have the inspiration to create. I was gonna go do this, but I'm actually feeling really inspired right now. I'm gonna create. It's following that flow of creation. And it's, yes, have a structure, have a routine, have a plan, but don't be so rigid to it. Don't be so stuck to it. Don't be so, I need to follow this to the T in order for my life to be successful. No. Okay, I'm gonna do this. It's like, okay, wake up, work out, do some yoga, meditate, have some breakfast, hop on a call, go do this, go for a walk. Like, okay, you have an idea of how the day's gonna go, right? But then along the way, you're like, actually, I just got a really good idea, and I'm actually feeling really like the energy, this fire energy to make something. Okay, cool. Shift the schedule. That's fine. It doesn't have to be so to the T. You're gonna get it done one way or another, and if you don't, you have tomorrow. That's totally fine. Do it today as if it is your last day. And that's what you should be doing, is working with this energy, working with the energy that is presented to you in each and given moment. And this is where the patriarchal workforce comes in strong, because it's like we be forcing ourselves to work when we don't have the energy to work. That's why everyone's so doped up on caffeine and like just maxed out on freaking Adderall, and just like they're just out of their energy, their own energy frequency, because they're trying to be productive, because they're told that being productive means that you're being successful. Productivity does not equal success. And productivity looks different each and every day, in each and every moment. So work with the energy that you have to create in the moments that you feel creative and inspired to create. Don't be so strict. And this is, I feel like it's especially for people who like have their own business, or who are just like their own boss. It's like, don't be, yeah, you're building a business stuff, but trust that like you already taking these steps, God is aligning everything for you. And you may have a time frame you want to complete it, but don't be so constricted. You left the workforce to create your own business, so you weren't in this box. But you putting all these time frames and these deadlines and all that, you're now putting yourself back in that box, and you're beating yourself up for it. Stop that. You don't need to be doing that. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. You're your own boss. Give yourself a vacation if you need to, or take a day, a break away. Or if you feel that creative energy, then create when you feel creative. But don't feel so constricted that you have to do this. That's what I'm feeling for this. And as we're leading into these next 6 months from this 8 of Wands energy, we got forgiveness, y'all. We got forgiveness. What's really gonna push you into this next stage of learning is forgiving, and truly forgiving. This is gonna change, because it's a 23, which is the 5 energy. That's all about change, transformation, switching it up. Forgiveness is what's gonna switch up your life right now, because you're learning to be patient, and then learning to be patient and just put your time in. Forgive. You gotta forgive. Forgiving yourself, forgiving your parents, forgiving your friends, forgiving your family, forgiving your abusers, forgiving whoever you need to forgive. And if you can't, ask God to bring you that energy of forgiveness. Ask God to forgive, because that's what's gonna really transmute that energy. That's what's gonna shift this energy. That's what's gonna illuminate you even better. And that's what's really gonna enhance your intuition too, for what I'm feeling from this. Because when you open that heart, yeah, everything starts from the heart. It's the bridge between the upper and the lower. So open that heart, forgive the heart, step into that gratitude. The lower chakras are cleared, the upper chakras are cleared. Now you're like, you activated. You've activated. Boom. I just put in an activation code for you. So receive that. But you activated. And y'all, after those next 6 months, we got creativity. Don't be ashamed to allow your creativity to flow after you've learned all this new information. You didn't put all that work in, or all that studying in, or all that learning in, and all this exchange of information in for 6 months just to hoard it, gatekeep it, keep it consolidated. Allow it to flow. And again, even if you don't feel fully confident, find ways where you could express it. That's going to help you feel more confident in it before you fully just share it on like a grander scale. But try to just, again, adapt. Go with the process. Go with the flow. Don't be so, what's the word? Restrictive. Reserved. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Don't be so reserved. Allow it to flow. Because you learned all this information. Cool. Why are you going to keep it in here? That information you know, that you probably really do understand more than you understand in the moment, someone else could really benefit from that. And overall, what's really the overviewing factor of this is the sexual energy and the reverse. And what's coming from this is having that lack of confidence from really truly moving forward or wanting to move forward. But that's not even what's present. This is just kind of what overall like the energy is. Like that's what's you're gonna kind of see as like the trials, or like the test coming up, is there's gonna be a test of confidence, test of creative energy, creative power. Do you trust yourself enough creatively, powerfully, wholeheartedly to really express yourself authentically and bring out and birth something beautiful into this world? And again, if we're talking about the sexual energy, we're talking about the sacral right now. This is where all the creativity is. And this whole reading, honestly, is giving sacral energy. Sacral chakra. If the divine feminine, I'm going to say that if The divine feminine is rising in everyone and the earth and everything. That is sacral energy. It is womb energy. And whether you got an actual womb or you aren't got a womb, it's like that sacral is still that womb space. Own it. Birth it. Create it. Work with it. Flow with it. It's the water energy. Drink your water, y'all. This is what it's feeling like. And this is what this card overall is saying is there's gonna just be tests along the way, testing your creative power, your creative passion, your creative flow. But again, you're getting this message right now, so now you're aware of it. So when those tests come up again, going to that Wheel of Fortune, you can see it as like, okay, I see this experience. This experience is trying to test me in my creative endeavors. Am I gonna let it hinder me, or am I gonna alchemize it? Hello. And allow it to just benefit me and push me forward. The choice is yours, y'all. The choice is yours. Ooh. All right. I went a little bit deeper than I anticipated. I was expecting to just do a quick closing. But you know, let's do a closing card just to see what's up with the energies overall. And we got the Five of Wands. Five of Wands in the reverse. Don't fight the flow. Do not fight the flow. That's what this is saying. It's like, do not fight the flow. Do not fight your flow of creativity. Do not fight your flow of passion. And do not fight the flow of what comes to you. I'm feeling from this, some of you are really going to be receiving great blessings, great abundance, great joy. Don't fight it. Receive it. Again, if we're talking about the womb, creative, feminine energy, the feminine energy receives. Receive that energy. Because you deserve it. And I want you to deserve it. I want you to feel worthy enough to deserve it, because you are. You're beautiful, and you're magical, and you're powerful, and I love you. I literally love you. I see you. I see you smiling. Make sure you smile today. More people deserve to see your smile. Ooh. Well, that was all for Tarot's Tuesday. I don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. If you felt like this resonated, if you really enjoyed the reading, I appreciate you for just watching to the end. And if you feel called to, you can always leave a donation. And if not, you can always book a reading. And if not, that's totally fine. I appreciate just this exchange of energy. I appreciate you clicking on my video. And, a free way to just help support me is by liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing the video. Those are free ways to help me out. And I'm here to help you out, because this is why I do this. This is me doing my community service. Using the gifts and everything that I have to help y'all. But I love you. Stay beautiful. Drop what made you smile in the comments, because I would love to hear what made you smile today. And I will see y'all for the next Tarot Tuesday.